Good evening, everybody, from Austin, Texas. I am outside of Disch-Falk Stadium, where it was an exciting, loud, packed stadium for the Class 4A semifinals of baseball today. Jasper Bulldogs, you know, we've been talking about them all weekend and all week long, made the trip into town 3.5 hours to play the #1 team in the nation. We told you earlier that they lost, so I'm going to show you some key points of that 14-4 Argyle win. Let's take a look at some of this video. Argyle barely got into any trouble. Jasper applied some pressure early, scored a run in the first, but the hit parade was just unstoppable for this offense from the 35-0 Eagles. They just applied the pressure. They scored runs in droves. 5 runs in the first, 4 in the 5th, and then 5 more runs in the 6th. Jasper couldn't afford to make the couple of errors that they did out into the field. And when you have the bases loaded, well, you've got to drive in runs. You can't leave the bat on the shoulders. 11 Bulldogs left on base in this 6-inning game that was 10-run ruled. But let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, it was an incredible season for this baseball squad from the north side as you watch Leo Escalante drive in a little run. That made it 5-3 at one point. Jasper was in this game. But the Argyle bats, like I said, just woke up. A couple of calls didn't go Jasper's way around the plate, but it wasn't about calls. It was just about the fact Argyle was a team on a mission to prove a point. They hadn't won state since 2015, and these kids wanted it just like Jasper. But you know what? We spoke to their proud head coach after the game, and one proud senior that's going to continue his legacy in the 409. We'll talk about him in a moment.
From where we were last year to where we are now, it's a testament to them. You know, last year we started one senior and we had a bunch of sophomores and juniors, and they just worked hard over in the off season, and I mean, it paid off right here. So,
seniors this year, we stepped it up. We played ball like we needed to, and hopefully the juniors and sophomores next year carried it on.
Just being around these kids and the way they compete. I mean, even today when we were down 5-1 against this team, they still continued to fight and fight and fight, and they got 9-4, and we were still fighting. The kids never gave up.
I mean, it hurts inside knowing that I ain't gonna be playing with my childhood buddies anymore. But I gotta next year will be a new year for me, playing with new guys. But I mean, it's a game of baseball. You gotta love it.
That Reese Durand, heck of a competitor. And can you believe what he said right there? His last game with his buddies. Jasper Youth Baseball, though, you got a lot to look forward to. As long as Stephen Westbrook is there, I know you are to continue to grow every single year. There's more room to grow. He's excited about the JV guys coming up. Nothing to hang your heads about, and they really didn't. You know, as soon as they walked off that field, there were a few tears in the dugout, but they were with their families, and that's all that mattered to those Jasper Bulldogs. Way to make the community proud. In 409 sports, you are legit. Can't wait to see what you do and accomplish in this off season. Football is less than 70 days away, boys and girls, and volleyball is coming even closer than that. So we'll get ready for it. I'm in Austin, Texas, wrapping up and signing off. More weather after the break. Lance Edwards, 12 Sports.